Magic Find in Guild Wars 2 is very important, not only for things like Labyrinth or the Lunar Festival, but honestly just playing the game normally. By having a lot of it, you'll have more possibilities of earning way more rewards, and especially low percentage type of rewards. That's why having it to the maximum is very beneficial, because it really doesn't cost you too much, and also usually gives you other buffs anyways. So in this video, we're going to go through how you can actually do this for yourself, for you to get the maximum amount. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Go to my Ko-Fi if you want to support my content. Go to my Twitch to watch me live, and let's get into it. If you want to actually do this, I would heavily recommend for you to go into the Magic Find wiki and check everything that you can use to get this as well, but I will be covering it anyways. The first thing you want to do is getting your Magic Find to the maximum amount, which is indeed 300. Now I have 319 because 19% you can get, and more actually, you can get from different achievement chests, but I will not concentrate on that. As long as you have 300 and you hover over Magic Find and it says from luck 300, you are good. And how do you do this? Well, by salvaging gear. When you salvage gear, for example, I'm gonna open some pieces of inventory gear here. When I salvage it, you're gonna notice that I'm gonna be dropping luck, essence of luck, and of course essence of luck. And if you open it, if you consume it, this luck will be applied to your character, giving you this permanently. You want to have 300, honestly, not only on Halloween but always. And if you actually want to speedrun this, but I'm guessing some people might actually be doing this as well, you can go into your Silver Salvage-O-Matic or your yellow salvage kit from anywhere, from any vendor, the Master Salvage Kit, and you can use it to salvage ectoplasm, and this will give you a good amount of luck, as you can see here. It'll also give you some piles of crystalline dust that you can sell or use for something else. It's a good way of upgrading it very fast. Now, you will lose a little bit of gold, but hey, it'll be worth it because you can recover it. I would not do this right now, though, and I would take it chill if you're not gonna actually pay attention and really go into the Halloween Labyrinth farms. Now, after you're done with that, you can start getting your consumables. For Magic Find, the biggest ones you should be considering is, of course, the Magic Find boost that you can get from all of these items here. Magic Find booster, your communal boost bonfire that other people can give to you, and most likely they will have around the labyrinth as well for everyone to get. Any of those other items as well. But of course, these ones you can get them by doing achievement, and every time you get achievements chest, you will get some of this these Magic Find boosters. Of course, otherwise you can just get your communal boost bonfire for someone else, or the ones that you actually have yourself. Item booster, you can get them from the same way, but you can also get your laurel booster as well, that will give you the same actual same buff, but it will not stack. It will only extend duration. So if you go to any laurel vendor anywhere, you can just purchase this item booster for 30 minutes of actual 50% Magic Find, which is pretty nice. Also, for the actual item booster, you can actually get this specifically from your candy corn gobbler that you can acquire through Halloween Gem Store. It's a very good item. I would heavily recommend you to get it, and you can also get this from the Dragon Bash one, but the candy corn one is better. So you can just do it, and you'll get infinite item boosters no matter the time of the year, and no matter how many item boosters you actually have. You can just get some candy corn and apply it to you with other buffs as well. Then you can actually get your celebration booster from birthday boosters from your characters being 1 year old, and so on, 2 years, 3 years, or whatever. They'll give you some of them. Or you can do the weekly, every week, and you'll get one celebration booster from this. It'll give you 100% more Magic Finds. And if you really want to try hard, you can go for Black Lion Boost by purchasing with one Black Lion statuette from Opening Keys. There is a key sale right now, even though it's not really worth it that much because, well, a lot of people are actually purchasing gems for other reasons as well. But if you go into Black Lion statuette, if you have any of them, or if you open some keys, you can go down in here and you can see that for one Black Lion statuette, you can get one Black Lion booster. But it only lasts for 30 minutes. So is it really worth it? I don't know. I personally wouldn't do it because I need my Black Lion statuettes for other stuff, but you can actually do it as well. Oh, and look at that. You can also get your communal boost bonfire from this, but as I said before, I wouldn't really recommend it. Either way, the heroic booster that you might actually have from Black Lion statuettes or from other parts of the game will also give you an item booster as well. The one that we can see right here. So you can replace that with that as well. This point, just by doing these boosters and the 300% magic find from the lock, you're gonna be at around, if you use all of them, 600 magic find, a very good amount. The last consumable I actually want you to get is the lucky drake tails. You can just buy them from a trading post, and you'll give you 10% magic find by just throwing them. But if you go into and I actually have a video about this, if you go into your mount and you just click on it, it'll instantly apply without having to press the button, which is very, very nice because it's very annoying to actually do it. For food and utilities, which you actually want to get a bit more magic find as well, you can have a few options. For food specifically, the best one is indeed the chocolate almond berry cream, but it's kind of expensive and it gives you 40% magic find, the biggest that you can get while under the effect of a boon, which you most likely 90% of the time you will be on anyways. Now, the second option will be the peppermint almond berry bar, which also gives you 40% gold for monsters, and it's a bit cheaper, but also gives you 30% magic find only, not 40 like the other one. But this one is pretty nice because 40% gold for monsters usually doesn't matter that much, but because you do get a bit of gold, just passive gold from killing these enemies in the labyrinth, it might actually be worth it. In other places of the game, probably not really worth doing gold acquisition, but it's not bad at all. There's other options as well. The cups of lotus fries for Condi and magic find the same amount. It's a bit more expensive though. And for the utility, honestly, all of them are kind of the same. The flask of pumpkin oil, the lump of crystallized nuggets, and the sharpening skull all give you 30% magic find and give you essentially the same thing. Now they do give you different buffs. And there's one for, like, in this one essentially gives you all of the attributes. This one gives you Condi, and this one gives you power. So depending on the class you are, you can actually go for them. But of course, in the labyrinth, for example, you don't really want to get more damage, so it's not gonna matter. But in other places of the game, it might actually be something you want to consider. There's also a few buffs that you can only get for Halloween. Of course, there's other ones from other places, and you can see here in other PvE maps, but they're not really relevant as you will not actually be able to use them unless you're in that specific map doing that specific farm. But you can check them here in the Magic Find wiki and other PvE maps. But for Halloween and Labyrinth farm, you're gonna get a little bit of 3 buffs that you can actually get while doing this. Now, Ace Razor is the first one, 20 minutes and 25% magic find, and you'll get it by doing the Labyrinth race. Now, this will only should be done in the actual Labyrinth race, not in the actual place where you have multiple races, because as soon as you leave the instance, it will get removed. So do not do it, right? Just do it in the Labyrinth if you want to. It's a nice 25% magic find buff. But honestly, are you really gonna go around? You're always gonna wanna get to 750. So are you really gonna be around every 20 minutes doing a race to stop your farming? Probably not. And that's the main problem with all of these ones. These all are gonna get affected by that. Approval of the Mad King, acquired by defeating one of the 5 bosses in the Mad King's Labyrinth. It can get multiple stacks, so you can just go forever and get 25% and 25% and 25%. But the thing is, it only lasts for 20 minutes, and the stacks will, start dropping slowly. Right, it will not refresh the last one. So this means that you're probably not going to be able to get that many. And of course, those bosses don't give you as much gold as just killing random ads. Therefore, is it really worth doing this? Probably not, but good to know that it exists. Maybe it incentivizes you to kill 1 or 2 bosses from time to time. And grudging approval is acquired by giving Madame Cookie 50 candy corn. It lasts for 50 minutes and it gives you 25% magic find. Now this one is there we go. Where is it? This is Madame Cookie. You can see right there, and you can see that it spawns in random locations during the labyrinth. So if you see her, you can actually go get that 25% magic find easily. But we're actually not done yet. If you go into your guild hall and you go here, teleport to one of them, and of course this is upgraded enough to have this, you can go into the tavern, wherever that is. You can just search for the tavern proprietor in your map, and when you talk to them, when you talk to the guild enhancement guy right beside him, you can find guild magic find. Magic find increased by 10%. You can use this in your character that you are gonna use for your labyrinth farming. Now, as well, inside of the actual guild hall, you can get, for guild commendations from doing guild missions, you can get your guild heroes banner that will give you 15% magic find. Now, in my previous video, I talked about the guild hero banners and how good they are. But before, back in the day, you had a lot of versions of them, not only this one. Now you can only buy the Guild Hero banner for 10 gold and 3 guild commendations to get 3 of them, and they give you all of the buffs from the banners, which is way more useful, way easier to understand, and I'm glad that they made this change. And honestly, there's no reason to have them essentially all the time. They're a bit, I mean, they're expensive. If you're doing guild missions, it's not, but I would understand if you're hesitant because you're not doing guild missions with your guild. Otherwise, yeah, spending in this is not a bad idea. And you can always just use the ones that someone else drops in the meta train or wherever you're going, right? The next one is the Spirit Banner Booster that you can get from any of the main cities in close to the actual Mystic Forge. When you go there, you're gonna see that there's Miyani. If you talk to her, she will sell you a Spirit Banner for 1 Spirit Shard. It will last 30 minutes and it will give you around 10% more. Now, all of these ones are actually, you know, they're just a little bit more, but hey, from going from 600 to 635 here with all of these ones, I think that's pretty nice. And here's Miyani, Mystic Forge Assistant, and you can see that you can buy the actual Spirit Banner for, wait, I thought it was 1 Spirit Shard, 25? Bro, I'm not buying that. Well, if you have a lot of Spirit Shards, you can. I would never because I need a Spirit Shards, but you can if you want to. Or you can just get it from someone else's Spirit Banner. That probably will be there as well. The next one is going to be the enrichments. These are items that go into your Ascended necklace. And you can see right here that I got a magical enrichment, which I got from my Laurel vendor. You can just buy it from some Laurels, and you can equip it on it, and you're going to have 20% more. You can also use your Worm's Magical Blessing Enrichment or Otter's Blessing Enrichment that also give you 20% and 20% Magic Find, but they're a bit harder to get. You will need to do a collection for them, so might as well just get the Magical Enrichment from the Laurel vendor. And the last thing we're going to actually go for is indeed the Ward's Remembrance buff that gives you 15% more Magic Fight. If you have done the Comrades in Arms collection right here, this one where you have to go around checking for badges of secrets also of wizards that perished in battle. Once you get it, not only get you a +3 point, but if you come to this very specific spot, Memory's Gaze in the Wizard's Tower right here, if you go here and you interact with this little memorial, you will get 15% Magic Fund for 30 minutes. Now it's only 30 minutes, so is it really worth it to do the entire collection for it? Probably not, and you would have to come back here every 30 minutes to replenish it. So I don't know about it. I don't think it's really that important, but hey, if you want to, you can. The next one is gonna be in Shinji Monastery. If you go to the training grounds right here and you do the heart right here, you will actually get Enlightenment, which will give you 10% more Magic Find. It's a very nice little thing that you can get. Not a big deal, but it's very easy to get. It lasts for 6 hours. There's no reason not to do it. In total, if you do all of these things, as you can see here, you're gonna cap at 750% Magic Find. If you have 300 Magic Find, you know, a baseline by having your luck, plus all of this is here, you're gonna end up at that. And actually, well, you are gonna get capped anyways. You can actually get 760%, but you will always get capped at 750. So it doesn't really matter after that, so consider that as well. But you know, ideally, if you're gonna do the Labyrinth, you want to get to 750% Magic Find. But that's about it. That is all you have to do, and soon I'm gonna make some videos on which builds you should be bringing depending on the squad that you're in, which builds are the best ones to actually use for the Halloween event, and of course if anything changes, I'll definitely let you know. So you know, sometimes Arena patches some things about the Labyrinth and some of the strategies change, so who knows, maybe this entire video will be irrelevant, but don't worry about it. Magic Find is always good to get regardless of the situation, so don't worry about it. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Go to my Ko-Fi or YouTube memberships to support me and get early access for my videos, and go to Twitch to watch me live. See you soon, love you all, bye bye.